Hello students. Today we are going to start a topic that is the advantages and the disadvantages of sole proprietorship. First, what is sole proprietorship? Sole proprietorship here means sole means single and proprietorship means ownership, means a single person who is having the control, who will manage what the business, all the profits, whatever he will earn, he will keep in his own pocket. He will not share with anyone. So these are what some advantages of sole proprietorship. So we will discuss here first the advantages. First one is given: easy to form and wind up. It means that if you want to start a business, you can start it very easily. No documents, means no registrations are required, no more documents are required. You don't have to go here and there to get your business registered, to get your company registered, because it is very easy. You can also open in your home. In your home, if a place is there where you can set up the business, you can set up. Nowadays, like, online is there, people are seeing online and they are purchasing, so no need to set up any building or any shop to start the business. And wind up means you can anytime close your business. Means if you are seeing that there is continuous loss, you are bearing the loss, at that time what will happen? You can stop your business. So it is an advantage. Second comes is quick decision and prompt action. Means, for example, if you want to increase your business, means today you were selling of 10,000 rupees and tomorrow you are seeing that there is a demand and more people are coming and purchasing it. So at that time what can happen? At that time you can take a quick decision. What quick decision? That you can increase your business, you can bring the new products, and you can give to the customer and satisfy them. Next comes is prompt action. Prompt action means a quick action. You thought here and you have done at the next moment. That is prompt action. Very fast action you can take, where in sole proprietorship. Next comes is direct motivation. Means, like, for example, if you are selling your product to a customer, so no need of mediators, no wholesalers are there, no retailers are there. You can directly motivate your customer and you can tell him that what are the advantages of using the product, and you can set up the business very fast and you can increase your sales. Next comes is flexibility in operation. Now, what is the meaning of your flexibility? Means change. Your business is very flexible. If you want to do some changes, you can change. No rules and regulations are there to change your business. No documents are required, nothing, nowhere you have to sign. That is flexibility in doing what? Business. It is very flexible. Next comes is maintenance of business secrets. Means, if you want to keep like a secret that I have done this much sale, like for example 10 products I have sold, but if you don't want to sell to anyone, if you don't want to tell to anyone, at that time what will happen? You will not tell and you can maintain your secret with yourself only. Means, in sole proprietorship a single person is there, that's why the secret can be kept. Next comes is maintenance of personal touch. Now you are having a personal touch with whom? With the customer. If you want to increase your sale, if you want to motivate your customer, you can directly motivate your customer. Next comes is disadvantages of sole proprietorship. First one is limited resource. Resource here means money. So, and you can tell money also, a place also, because if a single person is investing, he can invest to a limit. He can't invest his whole money on a single business. So whatever he will invest, it will be a limited, so it becomes a disadvantage, because at that time you can't increase your business. Next one is lack of continuity. Now here lack of continuity means that it is not sure that whatever business you have started that will continue lifelong, because if you are bearing the loss, so at that time you will think to stop that business, you will not continue the business. Okay, next comes is unlimited liability. So if you have seen before the characteristics, there also I have explained you what is unlimited liability. Unlimited liability means that if you have taken a loan from the bank and if you are unable to pay that loan, then you have to sell your personal assets also, and then you have to give the loan amount to whom? To the bank. That is unlimited liability. It means it will be a loss for you. After doing the business also you are not able to pay the money, so it becomes a disadvantage. Next comes is not suitable for large scale operation. It means if you want to do a big business, want to earn more profit, want goodwill in the society, so at that time this is not good. Which business? Sole proprietorship, because there large scale operation can't be done because limited resources are there, limited people are there, limited expertise knowledge are there, people are having less knowledge to do the business, so it becomes a disadvantage. Next comes is limited managerial expertise. Now what is the meaning of your managerial expertise? Like if you only have started any business and if you are not having that much knowledge to continue that business, so at that time what will happen? At that time it will be that you are not having knowledge and you will not know that how much scope it is having, where to sell your product, where not to sell your product. So at that time what happens? There is a limited managerial expertise. Next comes is legal restrictions of sole proprietorship. Means if you want to start a sole proprietorship business, it is very easy, but there are some restrictions so that you can start the business. First one is competency to contract. Means are you capable to do that particular business, or you are not capable to do the business. So here first you will see is given Indian Contract Act. He must be how much? He must be an adult. Adult means here how much age? It will be 18 years of age should be there to start the business. Okay. And second one is he must be sound mind. Sound mind here means what? That he should know what he is doing. A person who is like in the image you can see the last one, he is not a sound mind. By seeing only you can tell that he is not sound mind person, he is not capable to do the business. Third one is he must not have declared insolvent by the court. Means the court is sometimes it happens that you are unable to pay the loan amount, so at that time the court has declared insolvent. Means that person has taken the loan and he is unable to pay, so he has been sent to jail, or cases are being there on that person, so that person will not do the business sole proprietorship. Next comes is he must possess the competency to enter into the contract. Means he must be capable to do that particular business by his own. Next come legal business. Now legal business means a person should not do like smuggling. That type of business is not allowed in sole proprietorship. It should be legal in the eye of law. Next comes is license. Not means not a high license, or you can tell not a very much restrictions are there in that license. It is a very general license which you have to obtain from where? From the local authorities. Okay, like if you want to start the hotels, restaurants or dhabas, at that time permission is being required from food and health department. That much you have to do, so that in future if any cases are there, if a person is going to the court, at that time it can be seen that this person has not supplied a good product. Next comes is Unlimited liability, this you have understood. Unlimited liability means if you are unable to pay off the debt at that time, what will happen, the bank is having that particular bank can case upon you, and the court can sell your property, personal property, and can recover the debts. Next comes is payment of taxes. Payment of taxes here means that a sole trader also has to pay some taxes, that is like income tax, wealth tax, like GST to nowadays is there, you have to pay that, a sole proprietorship also. Next comes is future of sole proprietorship in India. No, now what is the future? Is it that people are doing continuing today also in this 21st century? So see, first one is lack of capital. Yes, if you want to increase your business, if you want to earn more profit, because a person with the same amount every time, like a salary only, if I am getting today 10,000, so I will not be satisfied today. If I am getting 10,000, next year I want that it should be 10 plus, it can be 15. So at that time what happens, people get motivated. But in sole proprietorship the capital is limited. Why it is limited? Because a single person is investing the money. Next one is lack of entrepreneurship. Now what is the meaning of word here? Entrepreneurship means risk bearer. Alone the person who is investing the money is the risk bearer. So if a lone person is investing, it means what will happen? It means people are not able to increase their business. Next comes is overpopulation. Now day by day what is happening? Population is increasing and it is high. So that's why people needs what? Employment. And if people are needing employment, it means sole proprietorship, people are not getting employment, so it is not good for giving the employment to the people, because here a single person can run the whole business. Next come is rural population. See, 75% of the population resides in villages. Okay, now 75% of the people are living where? In villages. So their requirement can be met only by which trade? It can be sole trade. Next comes is limitation of market. Now why limitation of market? Like everywhere the transport facilities are not there, so due to that what is happening, people are not able to reach everywhere. So that's why if you want to set up a business, sole trade will be more suitable as compared to big business. Next comes is lack of managerial and business talent. Now what is the meaning of here? Like underdeveloped business and industries, lack of commercial education, there is a lack of managerial and business talent. Means if you want to start up a sole trade business, at that time a person is not having that much experience, that much knowledge to start the business. So what will happen? The expertise, people are not experts, not talented in that particular field, and they are doing the business. So at that time the business will not grow so much and it will be limited.